In these experiments, we regulate the visual environment by keeping kittens in complete darkness from birth, bringing them out for periods of controlled visual experience inside special cylindrical chambers. Here, a kitten is being exposed to an environment consisting entirely of horizontal stripes, and it wears a ruff to prevent it seeing its own body. This particular kitten will be exposed to these stripes each day from the age of 3 weeks until it is 3 months old. All the rest of the time, it remains in complete darkness. What are the consequences of this restricted visual experience? This is the same kitten at 3 months of age, seeing a normal environment for the first time. If we test its visual ability at this stage, we find that unlike a normal kitten of the same age, it has no visual placing reaction. It does not extend its paws to reach a surface below, although it does so as soon as it touches the table. And whereas a normal kitten backs away if an object is suddenly thrust towards it, this animal has no such startle reaction. It does not even follow a moving object, unless this makes a noise. These initial deficits seem to be failures of visuomotor coordination, probably an effect of the kitten's lack of interaction with visible moving objects, rather than of its specific exposure to stripes. However, these gross problems don't last, and within a few hours, the kitten seems almost normal. Now, after several days of living in a normal environment, it has typical visual placing. It shows startle reactions. And it follows a moving object. But its vision is not really complete. Watch the way that it responds to a shaking horizontal stick. The kitten can see it. But if the stick is made vertical, the kitten no longer reacts to it. Remember that this kitten saw only horizontal stripes when it was young. If we record from the cortex in a cat like this, we find that there are no neurons that prefer vertical edges. The cells will only respond to those orientations which the kitten saw when it was very young. Presumably, this explains the animal's unresponsiveness to vertical contours. In the same way, a kitten reared in vertical stripes is found to have only vertical and near-vertical detecting neurons in its visual cortex. This process of environmental modification of the cortex can also only occur during the same 3-week to 3-month sensitive period. In fact, we have found a period of peak sensitivity about 28 days from birth, when only 1 hour's exposure to vertical stripes makes almost all cortical cells prefer vertical edges. So a kitten's early visual environment is crucially important for constructing the visual part of its brain. Perhaps during the first few weeks of life, the kitten's visual experiences are helping it to build a brain optimally suited to its own visual world. These demonstrations of plasticity support the argument that some important aspects of visual perception are acquired rather than innate. These modifications occur so quickly that they may tell us something about the changes in the brain during the formation of a visual memory.